They say it was the greatest civilization the world had ever known. A city so powerful, so advanced, so wealthy, that people believed it could never fall. And then, in one single day and one terrible night, Atlantis disappeared. No slow decline, no long war, no warning, just silence. To this day, no one knows exactly where it was, but everyone knows what it represents. Welcome to Cammy the Storyteller, and this is the story of the Lost City of Atlantis. The story of Atlantis did not come from folklore passed down by villagers. It came from one of history's most respected thinkers, Plato, a Greek philosopher. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato wrote about Atlantis in his works Timaeus and Critias. He said the story was far older than him, passed down through generations, originally told by Egyptian priests. According to them, Atlantis existed 9,000 years earlier, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. This was not just a city. It was an empire. Atlantis was described as breathtaking. The city was built in perfect circles, land and water flowing around each other like a masterpiece of design. Its buildings were decorated with precious metals. Its temples were massive. Its harbors were always full. Atlantis had advanced engineering, powerful ships, organized laws, a disciplined army, wealth beyond imagination. The people were said to live comfortably. They had food, technology, and knowledge far ahead of their time. For a long while, Atlantis was peaceful. But that peace did not last. According to the story, the people of Atlantis were once noble and wise. They respected the gods. They valued balance. Then power crept in. As the city grew richer and stronger, pride replaced wisdom. Greed replaced humility. Control replaced cooperation. The rulers of Atlantis began to believe they were unstoppable. They expanded their empire aggressively. They tried to dominate other lands. And that was when everything changed. Plato's account says the gods watched Atlantis carefully. They saw a civilization that had been given everything, and abused it. So the gods decided Atlantis had gone too far. There would be no negotiation, no second chance. Judgment came swiftly. The destruction was sudden and violent. Earthquakes shook the land. The ground split open. The sea rose like a living force. In a single day and night, Atlantis was swallowed by the ocean. Its cities sank. Its harbors vanished. Its people were lost. By the next morning, Atlantis was gone, as if it had never existed. Only stories remained. Atlantis is more than a lost city. It is a warning that intelligence without wisdom is dangerous. A warning that power without restraint leads to destruction. A warning that no civilization, no matter how advanced, is untouchable. That is why the story refuses to die. This is where the mystery deepens. Some believe Atlantis was purely symbolic, a lesson Plato created to teach moral responsibility. Others believe it was inspired by real events, such as the destruction of the Minoan civilization, massive ancient floods, lost coastal cities now underwater. Explorers, historians, and scientists have searched for Atlantis for centuries. In the Mediterranean, in the Atlantic Ocean, near Africa, near the Caribbean. No final proof has ever been found. And maybe that is the point. Atlantis reminds us of something uncomfortable. That progress alone does not save a civilization. That knowledge alone is not enough. That wealth can blind even the most advanced people. Atlantis did not fall because it was weak. It fell because it forgot who it was. Every generation believes it is smarter than the last. Every powerful society believes it will last forever. Atlantis whispers a different truth. That greatness can vanish overnight. That balance matters. That humility is survival. And that is why, thousands of years later, we are still telling its story. Thank you for listening to Cammy the Storyteller. If you enjoyed the story of the city that vanished, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting stories.